Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Saturday live session. The past few days we had so many things happening in immigration, and I was recording a few videos, and I wanted to do this live just to give you an update. There's at least, I have a list here of things that I put down for you guys to go over, just so you know, because things are changing literally every day. So we're going to talk about the international students, recent developments that happened yesterday with a new memo from ICE about new students coming to the United States. We're going to talk about DACA, what's actually happening with DACA. I'll give you the latest update. We'll talk about the DV lottery lawsuit. I attended the Immigration Lawyers Association conference last week, and I've got updates for you guys on the receipt delays, EADs and green cards not being printed, what's happening with that, recent updates. We've got an update about the furloughs. Furloughs are not happening, and I'll talk about that. I have updates about why it's taking forever to actually get a response for immigration right now, something behind the scenes that is happening over there. So we'll talk about all these things, as well as the Healthcare Workforce Resilience Act, what's happening with that. So I literally have so many updates. I thought I'll do just one live video, and I'll go over all these updates in this video. So make sure you stay to the end, and I'll see you in just 1 second. All right, welcome. So if you are joining us right now, my name is Jacob Sapochnik, and I'm an immigration attorney here in San Diego, California. And those of you that are here for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a live video like that. Also, give us a like to this video so anybody who is on YouTube is going to be able to see and get this information. So first of all, let me know where you're from. I see a lot of you already are here. Let me know where you're tuning in, and you can post your questions in the comments, and I'll try to get to those questions after I give you all these updates. But I have a lot of updates. I know you were sending me messages, a lot of your comments. So I thought I'd come on here and put all these updates in one video. And then later this week, I'm going to break it down into more detailed videos that I'll be recording for you guys later today. So let's start with the list of updates. So the most recent thing that happened is an update on Friday by ICE and CBP about international students. So they just released an FAQ, and this is the recent FAQ, basically clarifying questions for fall 2020 for students that are coming in. And I know, as you remember, they rescinded their decision to essentially make students leave the country or prevent students from coming in here, the ones that left to visit home. And so they released an update to that notice. And essentially what it says is that, which is I think what is more important for you guys who are watching here, is that if students, brand new students that are just starting in, if they are coming in for the fall session, if their courses are fully online, if they're brand new students, they're not going to be able to get visas. It's going to be up to the consular officer. Most likely they're not going to get visas, and specifically says the decision is going to be made by the consular officers. They're not going to issue them visas if they're coming for the first time and their courses are online. As long as they have one course that is in person, they should be okay. And if they're going for a hybrid program, they're going to be also okay. Which is kind of like, again, it's almost like they're trying to fight the government. There've been lawsuits that were filed, and they kind of backtracked And this memo essentially is almost like a backdoor attempt for them to basically say that they are controlling the situation. So once again, if you are a student in the United States and you can stay and you were already in school, you should be okay for fall, even if your courses are online. If you're in hybrid, you're still okay as well. But if you're a new student starting a semester in university in the United States, and if your program is completely online, then they're saying, according to this memo, that you're not going to be able to get visas. You need to have at least one in-person course to be able to do that. So that's something to be aware of. So that's a recent update, just a couple of days, just like yesterday, for international students. Let's move on. Like I said, I have updates for you guys. Those of you that are joining right now, once again, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our lives. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things today. I'm going to be talking about EADs and receipts delays and the furloughs and DACA and a few other things that I was able to pick at the conference for immigration attorneys that happened last week. All right, so let's talk about DACA real quick. So DACA, as you know, Supreme Court about a month ago essentially said that Trump's decision to stop DACA was illegal, and they essentially said that it was illegal. They sent the case back to the lower courts. One of those courts a few weeks ago made a decision that Trump's administration should be accepting DACA, but people we're sending cases, but immigration has not updated their website to this day. And so at a hearing on Friday, what was decided that they admitted the first time that they were essentially holding applications. They're not denying them, they're not rejecting them, but they're just holding them until further notice. And so the court gave them essentially 30 days to come up with an explanation and also update their website. So once again, this is what's happening right now. They're not rejecting DACA cases, but they're essentially putting them on hold as well as advanced paroles. So, our position at our firm is that we'll continue to file DACAs, and I encourage everybody else to keep doing that as well. All right. Let's move on to the DV lottery. A lot of you guys are DV lottery winners that are watching this channel and sending me questions, and please put your questions in the comments as well. So there's multiple lawsuits that were filed. The last lawsuit was filed last week, and essentially the lawsuit is demanding the government to reverse the April ban and the June ban when it comes to the DV lottery, and allow them to continue processing their cases, specifically the U.S. embassies abroad, so they can keep getting their visas. We should be getting some information about that lawsuit next week. So I will obviously update you, but like I said, there's been multiple lawsuits that were filed specifically to help DV lottery winners, and we're hoping that those lawsuits are going to continue. We're getting some results from those in the next week or so. But for the moment, DV lottery winners are not able to complete their cases, and they're stuck overseas. So I'll keep you posted on that lawsuit. But like I said, there's multiple of them. One of the big ones was filed last week, and we're hoping that they'll be able to obtain that injunction, essentially saying that the executive orders are illegal, and consulates and embassies are going to be able to continue processing those cases. By the way, this update just came in yesterday, and I wanted to bring it up here. Those of you that are waiting for your interviews at embassies worldwide, as you know, those embassies reopened in July. And yesterday, the London embassy in the UK announced that they're going to be fully reopened as of July 25th. So I'm hoping that more and more embassies are going to be issuing those updates. We're currently waiting for Manila to give us updates. We're waiting for Madrid. I'm waiting for Mexico City for full reopening. So as soon as we have that, we'll know. But as of now, confirmed, the U.S. Embassy in London is going to fully reopen on July 25th, and people are going to be able to get their appointments in there. So let's talk about the furloughs. As you know, I did a video a few days ago, basically exposing USCIS, saying that they lied about the fact that they have money problems. They lied about all these things, and they were just going to furlough people for no reason. Even when they were basically caught red-handed, they still continue with their intentions to furlough. And just yesterday, under pressure from senators, they said that furloughs are going to be postponed until August 30th. It's going to give us at least another month for the agency to keep working with the current staff. That's going to be really important, especially during the summers. As you know, there are huge backlogs with issuing travel permits. People who used to travel in the summer, and right now there's just usually it's a busy time. So we can't afford these people to not be at work. So hopefully that's gonna we'll see the impact. But for the moment, those furloughs were postponed, and let's see what happens. And hopefully that's gonna be permanent. But for the moment, there's gonna be less disruption. So let's talk about some of the things that I learned at the conference. So, as you know, one of the things that that they said there is that currently, when you file anything with USCIS, any application, and a lot of you here have been emailing me and sending me messages. When you file anything with USCIS, currently they're experiencing delays of 30 to 60 days. That's what they said at that event. That's what they said at that event. Delays of 30 to 60 days to actually get a receipt. And it's crazy because if you think about it, this is something that never ever happened in the history of it never happened in the history of USCIS to have such delays. So they reported 30 to 60 days delay. So if you filed anything with USCIS and you don't have a receipt, just know that this is something that is happening. It's a problem. They're working on it. What they told us at a conference is that if at about 5-6 weeks you don't get a receipt, you need to contact the location where you filed, send them an email, and they should be able to give you an update. But right now they have severe delays of 30 to 60 days of getting receipts. So that's important to know. The other thing that they updated us at the conference is, those of you that were filing I-751s, forms, petitions to remove conditions, those were they had technical issues at that division of USCIS, and they were not issuing receipts even more than 2 months for 751s. So just so you know that 751s, if you're waiting for a receipt or you're waiting for an RFE that was issued on the website but you didn't get it, 751 unit is experiencing severe delays, and this is one of the things that they announced at the conference, that they're working on fixing it. So if you filed any receipt, 30 to 60 days delays is probably expected. Also, they mentioned that with respect to not issuing your work permits and EADs, as I mentioned before, USCIS, they fired their contractor. They had a private contractor that did printing those EADs and work permits, and they fired them, so they were not able to catch up. And as a result, just on last week, there was a major lawsuit filed by 2 law firms, and these lawsuits have 75,000 class members. The lawsuit is called Subramania versus USCIS. And this is basically the main, in a class action, as you know, they take one person that using their example case, and then other people join the class. There's more than 75,000 people. And in this case, what happened is that it's a very common situation that many of you that didn't get your EADs, this lady essentially filed for her renewal in April, and she didn't get anything. And then in June, her employer had to terminate her employment. And as a result, she lost her pretty much only source of income, because her husband was also furloughed from his H-1B job. So she's the main, that's kind of what the lawsuit is based on. And many people facing the same issues because employers are not going to take your receipt notice just to give you a receipt notice as a proof of employment. So that's another update. So hopefully we'll be able to get some relief. There's a hearing on Wednesday on that litigation. And so if they win, if they're going to be able to get a TRO, USCIS is going to be forced to issue work permits and green cards within 7 days. And so let's see what happens there. Let's see. So crazy things are happening. A lot of you are asking me about the Healthcare Workforce Resilience Act. This is the bill that would essentially issue special green cards, fast green cards for nurses and doctors. This is actually coming up in the COVID-19 relief package. They're pushing that. They have 30 supporters in the Senate and 65 supporters in the House. And there's a very good chance this is going to pass. And if it's going to pass, it's going to provide an amazing relief for doctors, nurses, and also some provisions for undocumented immigrants that are essential workers, to give them some sort of a deferred action work permit. So that's huge. And hopefully we're going to be able to get some, give you some updates there. I see a lot of you are joining right now to the live. Thank you for coming, for watching, for supporting us. I truly appreciate every single one of you. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and share this video with somebody that may be interested in this information, because like I said, I literally grouped all these updates here and I wanted to kind of shoot that out to you so you'll be aware of what's happening. These are things that are literally from yesterday. That international students update is from yesterday. The DACA update is from yesterday, essentially saying that they're not accepting, they're putting DACAs on hold. They are not rejecting them. They're not denying them as well. So once again, guys, thank you so much for joining this live. I'll be doing some more videos specifically on these topics to break it down so you'll be able to see it. Let me know. Let me take a couple of questions before I end this live. Let's see here. Danita is asking, does that mean that even a delay for I-130 petitions? Yes. So what I mentioned before, when it comes to receipts, the delays could be across the board. There can be delays for anything that is filed with USCIS. The biggest problems that they had was with the 751. 751 were definitely delayed beyond most applications, but they're experiencing delays across the board. So how about I-45 premium processing time for 45? So for EB3, so like I said, so there's no premium processing for 45. There is for premium processing for I-140s, certain applications that has not been impacted. Let me see here. Thanks, guys. And here we go. Here, Raphael, my lawyer didn't keep an eye on my case and didn't send my taxes, and my case is delayed now. What can I do? So like I said, a lot of cases are being delayed because RFEs are not being issued on time. So it's really important to follow up with the USCIS. And I made a video about how to expedite petitions that qualify for expedited. And make sure you watch that video. We can link that video in the description of this video as well. All right, guys. So this is going to be the end of this live stream. So I wanted to come in here, give this update. We talked about DACA, international students, DV lottery, receipts delays, 751 delays, furloughs are being postponed, so immigration is back on track, and green cards and EADs are not being printed, but litigation is pending, so hopefully we're going to get some results in the next few weeks. So yeah, let me know. Continue posting your questions even after this video is going to go offline, and I'll come back and answer those questions. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. Let me know where you're from in the world. Keep following our channel. You guys are the best and the reason why I do what I do. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you in our next video.